All right. Hi again. It's Emily here, back in the green room at Bar XIII. Just finished up the Street Lethal Cyberpunk Minifest, the first one. Hopefully, one of many, because that was fucking sick and everybody melted my face off. So, we're here with the headliner, Megatronix. And before I get into it, just introduce yourselves and where you're from.
Yeah, I'm Power Rob. I write the vocal melodies and do the singing.
I'm Robbie Whiplash. I am the music writer, and sometimes I do backup vocals.
All right. Awesome. And describe your sound.
Uh, for my end of things, is dark synth meets Judas Priest with a little bit of a hint of Michael Jackson from time to time.
I mean, you said it yourself. Face melting.
Yeah.
Your
Agreed.
face is all right. It's still there.
Yeah. I mean, I've had to put it back on. So, so you mentioned this a little bit. So, what are some of your music and also aesthetic influences?
Well, for music, it's all over the place. For vocals, like highs and like heavy metal stuff, Rob Halford's definitely one of them. Jeff Tate, Bruce Dickinson, Dio, a lot of the classics. Um, and in terms of writing vocal lines, they're definitely part of it. But a lot of times, I draw from sometimes pop, funk, those kind of guys. I try to sneak it into metal. I call it giving it like metal levity, where if you can like fake things out from on the vocal perspective, you can keep things really catchy and interesting. So it's kind of a bunch of things. Like there's even a little bit of like in the Highlander song we did, There Can Be Only One. There's a little bit of Cool and the Gang's Fresh in some of the hooks.
Oh
like
wow,
it's a tiny bit of influence from those guys. So you have to look, I have to like show you, but it's in there.
Okay.
I guess for me, it's a mood thing. I guess I could start like with the idea of what made Megatronix in the first place. I'm a big Fear Factory fan, and I was like, well, what would Fear? I discovered the genre, and then I discovered bands that were doing it heavier, like Dance with the Dead. So I'm like, okay, I want to give this a shot. And it was, what would Fear Factory sound like doing synthwave?
Mm.
And that's how I Fight Time happened.
Okay.
And then the course of everything. But Fear Factory, I like just big fat like hits, like so Rammstein,
Okay.
it's on there.
Yep. I saw.
I guess Metallica, that's on me too.
Okay.
Fear Factory, Rammstein, Metallica, KMFDM, Hansel and Gretel. As far as this genre, Street Cleaner,
Okay.
the big four. Like, how do you say perturbator?
But we said perturbator, but like perturbator, I've heard, and I don't know what's. Yeah, I don't know.
It's supposed to be perturbator.
Perturbator, is it?
I think, I don't know. Perturbator.
Perturbator.
Carpenter Brute.
Yeah, love them.
Street Cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
And Dance with the Dead. That's the big four.
Yeah.
For the dark stuff.
Right.
And
Yeah. No, I love it. And all of those bands were my introduction to the genre too. So first time I saw Dance with the Dead, I was just like, what the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then I just went down a rabbit hole.
Hey, nice guys, nice kids.
Oh really? Yeah. Nice kids. Oh, that's good to know. I hope they get to meet them someday.
We've done 2 shows with them so far.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh. So actually, you mentioned this guy. What was it like touring out west with Street Cleaner?
When it comes to touring, you never really like if you have the slightest issues with somebody, you're going to be stuck with them. And so that was the one thing that I know when we decided to go on tour with anybody, we were like, man, well, hopefully we get along. Which ended up being the case with Jesse, aka Street Cleaner. We really kind of became a unit. I don't want to spill too many beans, but I think one of the reasons I get along with Jesse so much is there are certain things that annoy the hell out of him that annoy the hell out of me, and we kind of bonded on some of those things on the tour. Yeah. So now he's a great guy, and same with we got to tour with Reese from Eclectatron. He filmed a lot of our sets, but we were a unit. I think that it's because all 4 of us had individual experiences on the road, and we've seen what happens when people have bad moods or kind of entitled and whatnot. And as a result, all 4 of us we had the same idea about like the success is the most important thing to all of us, and it was good. We worked together as a unit very nicely, I'd say.
Yeah, the one of the first things we said when we were setting up this and then getting to that point is the minute morale drops in that RV, tour's over.
Right.
We could be playing our ass off, doing a great job. As soon as it gets pissy in there, that's it. Mm-hmm. But it didn't. Rob said we played with the Collectotron. Reese jumped in with us and did some video. The last two of the tour, we played with Starcourt as the opener. They're very Dance with the Dead-ish. As a matter of fact, I think half of Dance with the Dead is like kind of producing their album.
Oh, wow.
So that was really good. Didn't get a lot of chances to stop and like do things because it was bang, 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 like all of them. Mm-hmm. We were very surprised how well everybody was like, can we cuss in this?
Yes.
However, everybody was like, fucking Megatronix. Like everybody, we expected that from LA because that was the whole thing was put on kind of by Neotropolis, especially LA.
Okay.
We got to LA. That was like going into indoors Neotropolis.
Okay.
But the other gigs, it's spread.
Nice.
And like even here tonight, there's Neo people here.
Yeah, I can't get over that. That's
folks
crazy.
From Florida came in. Yeah. California flew in.
Holy shit.
But yeah, Jesse's my dad. I don't know if you knew that. He's my synth dad. So if we didn't get along, he was gonna fucking belt me. So I stayed in my little bunk.
Nice.
Yeah, the tour. I know in my instance, I ended up picking up either a sinus infection or some sort of nasty cold from somebody, and the tour van or tour RV was really they didn't really fight me on like the things I needed to do to get my voice back or my health back. In fact, Manuel out in the crowd earlier tonight, he was awesome because when I noticed I was sick right before San Francisco, I had him get me some Sudafed from like behind the counter Sudafed from the good stuff from some CVS, and he was a godsend. It really helped us out, and I would say San Francisco was probably one of the hardest shows I ever had to do. I was on budesonide. I had a prescription for quote unquote it was allergies, but I could use it in my sinuses to help. It's a steroid. I was using everything I could. It was nebulizing it, and I remember when I was done the set, Jesse noticed like I was pretty much out of it, and he's like, "Hey, how much take a break in the back?" And then when I got to the merch table, the room was like moving, kind of I had nothing left, and we were lucky we had 2 days off, but I still was sick in the last two, but I made it work. So for me, it was I needed to get a place to sleep that wasn't the RV. They were accommodating. I paid for another room so I could just rest and just be quiet for one of the off days. But they were cool about that. A lot of times when you're on the road, especially when you're doing like singing, like really rangy singing and stuff, vocal health becomes a big, massive issue, and you have to. It's very easy to be seen as kind of a diva when you're like, "Hey, I need my own hotel room, and I need this."
Yeah, and I don't have time to talk to the fans afterwards because I need to like rest my voice.
Yeah, and I hate that part because I really want to make sure people know I appreciate them being there. But also in my mind, I'm like, I've got to be able to give 100% to next gig.
Yeah.
So these guys were cool about that. They dropped by the vitamin shop. I was able to just raid that place, got a bunch of stuff there, and so they were really cool about that. When I got sick, I was like, man, I hope this isn't a situation where they're going to think I'm being dramatic. Like, I need these things to just bounce back. I was, I had like 2.5 hours of sleep for some of the shows, and it was bumpy, but these guys, again, they rallied. They were cool about it. I couldn't even, I wasn't sure if I could drive or not. They were cool to just keep taking shifts and stuff. And I was hacking up mucus in the RV. They were great.
Yeah, like how Rob was saying about how he doesn't talk after shows, and he even you heard about it through me. My other band, we opened for Blaze Bailey from Iron Maiden, and he's up there ripping Blaze Bailey. He goes to the merch table, and he's there, and he's on a stool. He didn't say a fucking word to anybody the entire time, but everybody came up to him, and he was like, he would smile and little gestures, and so. My singer comes up to him. He pulls my fucking 6'2" blonde singer in. He goes, "Stop fucking talking to everybody. Let your voice rest and chill out." And he lets him go. And then he's like, "Let's go take a picture." So yeah, singers, that's his profession.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody's gonna hate you. Just everybody.
I had a note about that at one of the rock hours we did. People were backstage, their voices are all worn out and stuff. They're asking me, "Hey Rob, how do I get my voice back?" And one of them was a musician I worked with in the past, and I knew him well enough where I could be like, "Dude, there's a 2-step rule for you, bro. It's shut the fuck up and drink water. Like that's it. It's gonna solve most of your problems."
Right.
But you have to make sure number one is accomplished, consistently. This kind of level of talking is fine though, but you have to be so so militant about that when you're on the road in between gigs. And like for tonight, for instance, since I had to do 2 sets, I came right back here. I nebulized a little bit of saline, and I got the job done tonight, but you gotta be very careful.
Yeah, and I think it was smart to be in between your sets and have the other band come in. So actually, you mentioned a little bit. So what are some road essentials, I guess, for that instance, like food, but also like video games, whatever.
Yeah, for touring for me, definitely live entertainment, so I don't have to talk. I bought a new Switch 2 for the road. It's actually with me right now. I had an adapter for the controller where I could use the controller to hold the whole thing up, so I could have a Pro controller. And for vocal stuff, I had kind of a whole case for that stuff. A bunch of supplements. Liposomal glutathione mixed with NAC is really good for mucus control, good for inflammation.
Okay.
It has to be liposomal or injectable glutathione, as 90% of it gets lost in the gut. It's a bunch of like amino acid stuff I take.
Yeah, does that also help you sleep a little bit?
If you have inflammation, yes.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
It's pretty good. Okay. I would bring, obviously, I have 2 different nebulizers I brought for the road, and I had both kinds of saline. I had hypertonic and isotonic.
Okay.
Hypertonic is a higher salt concentration, which allows you to break up mucus more aggressively. However, if you're dry, it'll make it worse. So when I noticed I was sick and congested, I switched to hypertonic. That was useful. There's other stuff too. Again, like I have my ENT. We have a good relationship. So like I'll be like, hey, I need some budesonide, which are little vials of steroid and stuff, and that's like a last resort for me in case like I got something in the sinus or vocal cords. I need to calm it down. I will nebulize the budesonide. That's like the silver bullet last chance I have for healing my voice. Otherwise, I usually bring something called a Dr. Vox. It's a bubble phonation device. Basically, you blow bubbles and go up and down your range. The water pressure flexes the vocal cords and kind of loosens them up and strengthens them. So I was doing that before the tour a lot to strengthen my voice up. I did my students do that too. But for that, I mean, there's other stuff I'm sure I could go on.
Oh,
but
yeah. Sounds like you got a whole thing.
Yeah, we had to take a few hours.
Yeah.
For me personally, Blueberry Red Bull, especially the 2 for $5 deals. Anytime you can get them.
Okay. That's hard to find.
Well, it didn't used to be. Now they're like, no, it's going to be gone in January. Everything I fucking like gets discontinued. Anyway, toilet paper. Dry toilet paper.
Okay. Is that not a guarantee?
It's a guarantee if you yank that shit from the fucking venue.
Okay.
Bring enough underwear, or 2 underwears for every day you're on the tour. I'm telling you. Change your underpants before you go to bed. And you won't get sick.
Interesting.
Well, you won't get like
you won't get that.
You won't get crud sick.
Yeah.
Bring a whole set of dry clothes. Wear them to the gig. Put your stuff on. Take that off. Put dry clothes on. These are just things that like stay comfortable.
Okay. Okay.
Or at least that's what I do.
Right.
Lots of video games. I spent a lot of time because we're in an RV and I was sitting at like the table or whatever, and Jesse and Reese are in the seats. I spent a lot of time just sitting there, like talking to them. Lots of Gatorade. Stay your ass hydrated.
Sure.
Obviously, a backup of all your music gear, especially when you're all the way on the other side of the, U.S.
Right.
Makeup remover.
Okay. Yeah.
Contact
Essential.
solution.
Essential. Sure.
You want to compact your whole entire bathroom and bring that with you because you're not guaranteed anything.
Sure.
We got lucky. We got a couple good big green rooms. One was like the whole ass basement of the venue.
That's nice.
Yeah. Stay dry. Stay hydrated. That's what's that word? That's those 2 words don't go together.
Yeah.
Contradiction.
Yeah, contradiction.
Stay dry. Stay hydrated.
Interesting. But it makes sense.
Yeah, I brought on top of that. Yeah, I would bring like potassium, sodium pills, stuff like that.
Sure.
Just make sure that I was as excessively hydrated as possible for shows. I even had like these 4 little cases that are designed for holding supplements, and it would be all the stuff I'd have planned out the whole run.
Oh, nice.
One was for sleeping, one was for vocal health, like I had quercetin, bromelain, all this other stuff, like mast cell stabilizers. Whatever I could, just have a small GNC with you in case.
Right. Bring the whole shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. All right, so switching gears, upcoming shows, releases. I do know of something closer to my neck of the woods in Philly coming up.
Yeah, we got a show coming up with Breaker, a couple other great bands. That's going to be on the 6th.
Yeah, next month, December.
Yeah, December 6th. And then we're playing with Displacer, one of our best friends in terms of bands, up in Rochester, New York, the day after.
All right, no, that's awesome. So just wrapping up, where can people find you online?
It's mostly on URLs that end with Megatronix Band, I believe.
For Facebook, it's Megatronix Official. Yeah, it's Megatronix Official on Facebook and Instagram.
I know you're Robbie Whiplash on Instagram.
Personals? Yeah, I was talking about the band ones.
Oh, well, whatever.
Well, for the band, it's Megatronix Band on X, Twitter, whatever.
Okay.
I think that's the main one is the Instagram. That's where we put all the stuff.
Cool.
My personal one is just my name at Robbie Whiplash on both Facebook and Instagram.
All right.
I got my Twitter stole from me, so I ain't got that no more.
Oh, it's fine.
Power ups have to take a minute. I got for Power Up, I'm on YouTube. They all say Power Rob Music, one word.
Okay.
You'll find me on Instagram, Twitter, all those things. YouTube's definitely my larger platforms right now.
Okay.
I'm just about to hit 10,000 subscribers, so it's
Congrats.
So far so good.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're on all the music stuff. Just Megatronix on Spotify and Bandcamp.
Spotify, Bandcamp, Tidal. Yeah, all of those things. Yeah, I switched to Tidal and tried to not use Spotify too much, but Bandcamp is my fave.
I heard Tidal is really good.
Yeah, I like it.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, I think that's the key. You know, it's got a whole thing for DJs and everything. So yeah, put your shit on there.
It is on there. We're on Tidal.
Yeah. All right, good. Nice. Thank you again. Excellent, amazing show. And we might see you again in Philly. Don't know.
Love to see you there.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right. Thank you again. All right.
Thank you.